Israeli authorities are demanding the release of the remaining hostages held in Gaza as Israel and Hamas try to iron out delicate details of a proposed US-backed ceasefire. But they don't actually know how many of them are still alive. Now, a top US official says that most of the hostages held by Hamas could be dead. So far, Hamas has not been able to provide Israeli negotiators with a list of the remaining hostages, leading to questions about whether Hamas has lost track of them during the war, or worse, they have been killed. Israel announced that 133 hostages ranging from infants to the elderly were still being held, and 36 of the hostages were confirmed dead. But the fate of about 100 hostages continues to remain unknown, even 6 months after the war. The uncertainty not only complicates negotiations but also causes great concern for hostages' families. They say the pain of each passing day is almost exponential. The visuals you see on your screens right now are of one of the hostages' families who was held captive during the October 7th attack. Kin to the hostages met with US Vice President Kamala Harris on Tuesday, demanding the release of their loved ones.
You can believe, as we do, that it is horrible that innocent civilians in Gaza are suffering, and at the same time, you can also know that it is horrible and against international law for hostages to be held against their will. We are 6 months in on day 186.
On October 7th last year, Hamas and its allied militant groups killed around 1,200 people in Israel, abducted 253 others, and dragged them inside Gaza, sparking a devastating war launched by Israel. Since then, 112 hostages have been rescued or released, including during a 4-day standoff in November last year. In Gaza, Israeli forces are raiding hospitals, digging graves, and combing tunnels looking for hostages used by Hamas to evade capture or hide from Israeli bombing. In February, Israeli special forces freed 2 hostages in Rafah, southern Gaza, in a rescue operation that left at least 67 Palestinians dead. And last week, Israeli forces recovered the body of a 47-year-old farmer who the military said was buried by his captors south of Khan Yunis, again in southern part of Gaza. So while Israel wants to free the hostages, it also aims to defeat Hamas and sees an indefinite military presence in Gaza as a way to prevent the insurgents from regrouping. Hamas, on the other hand, wants Israel to release hundreds of Palestinian prisoners, allow displaced people, including its own members, to return to the northern part of Gaza Strip, and then withdraw from the enclave altogether. Hamas on Tuesday said that it was considering the latest proposal, but said that its terms were quote-unquote nothing new. The group until now has not said publicly how many hostages remain, and neither have they released any statement about it. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.